Pordier, a shooter currently in open playtest phase, where you play as an infantryman in World War I, though not really. As you've probably noticed these ears here, cat boy ears.
Yeah.
But don't let it discourage you. It's part of the high fantasy setting of the previous game, Trenches. Though highly revered in the community, it's not doing very well at the moment. Anyway, we have our rifleman, our engineer, our shotgun, and even a tank we can work with, given that we have enough currency to deploy these options. I'm not entirely sure how the currency is earned, although I've assumed that it's from kills. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy us to the battlefield. As you've probably noticed, there's a ton of gunfire all around us. The sound design is pretty good. What you're also gonna notice is when you deploy or respawn, that the game counts down, and then you will be off to go and commit your war crimes all together as a team. You've probably also noticed that there's no scarcity of artillery fire, and there will be no scarcity of artillery weapons. You're also going to encounter a multitude of cat boys, girls, and smurfs and elves along the way. Anyway, back to the artillery weapons. Everyone loves to coordinate and spam the artillery fire. There's even barrages that come in from off the map, which will annihilate the enemy team. The artillery can be used against things such as these pillboxes here. They can only be placed by engineers and repaired by them, but you should probably do your best to cover them and provide support as they do their jobs. Repairing them is slow at the moment, and I don't know if they plan on making it faster, but you will typically see multiple engineer players coming in and trying to help. It's worth it though, because the pillboxes practically target anything that moves. That includes tanks. By the way, speaking of tanks, the tanks are pretty mobile and they can cross trenches. They're also great infantry support vehicles, and typically players like to cluster up in the tanks and they move pretty quickly across the battlefield. If you're on the receiving end of a tank, you probably want to use artillery or something to get rid of them. As you saw earlier, the tanks can be pretty expensive to obtain. On this map especially, the infantry riflemen, they all have grenades that you can throw at enemy trenches and clear out multiple enemies. Right now I don't really find the grenades to be very effective. I feel like I'm hitting the enemies, but I don't see them going up in the air or flying all over the place. As you can see here, I'm spamming grenades like crazy. I'm not even sure how many people I hit. You can also bayonet people to death on the ground until their eyes close, and then run off to commit more war crimes. As is normal for World War I, you will have to dig and man trenches. The trenches are very much necessary for defense and even offense. You have to guard your trenches and also take other trenches in order to capture flags along the way. The flags are the key proponent here in the game for winning. The game is very teamwork oriented, and there's a lack of automatic weapons here in the game, although we have rifles and shotguns. The only automatic weapons you see come from the tanks or the pillboxes. You'll notice that the community has a great sense of humor though. They're really funny, and honestly, I've seen some very funny things, as you can probably see in other videos in my YouTube channel. Anyway, thank you for taking a look. Like and subscribe.